Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. Hashtag affordability may have held you back until now. We have got the CEO of Stay Tony, Tony Diamond himself. Thanks so much for being with us.
It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on the launch of your new properties here in West
Hollywood.
A few blocks away.
Yes.
They're incredibly luxurious,
Thank you.
modern, but also affordable.
We do our best. Affordability has always been an issue with housing, and so we created a model where we can provide an incredible location with an incredible experience with our interior design, but at a reasonable price point.
In West Hollywood, that's impossible.
I strive to do the impossible.
So tell us about the brand itself. So what you guys do exactly?
So Stay Tony is really addressing this shift in how people want to live, right? So there is a push towards flexibility with living, and we see that in transportation. We see that in office space.
We see it in dating.
We see,
I'm just kidding. It's all about options.
By the way, you caught me off guard with that one, but yeah, I guess you see it.
It's all about options
dating as well. And so we're addressing that in housing, but we are going sort of one step further and really creating an experience. We do that through our interior design. We have an incredible interior designer named David McCauley, who custom makes all of our furniture from scratch. We put in hand-painted wallpaper. And what our guests can expect when they show up is this uniquely stylish apartment that really creates an experience. Much like the regional boutique hotels did.
So we could come in and we could rent for a month, I could rent for a year, I can come for a few days?
That's a great question. So we do have a minimum stay of 1 month.
Okay.
So many of our guests, again, just want to live flexibly. So they'll come for a month, but then they'll end up staying for 3 months or for a year. But the idea is that there's just no commitment. Like you said with dating, I guess.
Exactly.
People want to avoid commitment. Oh gosh.
I'm very curious, what was the most memorable living experience, as you say, for you?
That is such an interesting question because I think I sort of live vicariously through my business. And I keep my living experience, or my living, quite simple. I'm actually sort of on the other end of the spectrum. So for me, I guess you would say that my experience is kind of living as simply as possible.
But I mean, where's your preferred living experience? Do you have one? Are you Beverly Hills? Are you San Francisco? I mean, where?
You know what? I love that question. So I grew up in Los Angeles, and I grew up sort of by the beach, and I never really kind of like embraced Beverly Hills, but I live in Beverly Hills now, and I've fallen in love with Beverly Hills. It is just the greatest city. The restaurants, the streets are so clean, and the people are so nice. So I love Beverly Hills.
Yeah, cue the Weezer song. Beverly Hills.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's the point of it, is that we want different experiences. And I think it's so cool to be able to come to like a property like yours and say, I'm going to experience this town for a month. I'm not going to come in just for a few days in a hotel because it's expensive and you can only come for a few days or whatever that is. You can get a place really nice and really experience the whole culture.
By the way, you guys are asking me like my favorite question. So that's one of the things we're doing. The idea being that we're in Hollywood, we're in Beverly Hills, we're in West Hollywood. And so when you come to LA for, let's say, 3 months or 4 months, you can spend a month in our West Hollywood location, experience the best of West Hollywood. Then you can spend a month in our Beverly Hills location, experience the best of Beverly Hills, and so on and so forth. And the idea is we create sort of a seamless experience. You can do this seamlessly through our technology.
Which is so critical, especially in LA, because it's one of those cities where the neighborhood you live in defines your experience in LA.
Completely.
Right?
It's totally different.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was a different experience for me when I lived in Bel Air versus when I lived in Westwood versus when I lived in Santa Monica. I mean, each experience is different. Is that part of what you were clear about in?
Yeah, and even more to that point is we try to sort of tailor our interior design for that neighborhood so that you're not just experiencing the best location, when you stay with Stay Tony as far as the location of our building, but you're experiencing sort of the vibe and the culture of that neighborhood with our interior design.
I love this concept.
Thank you. I love it too.
I think it's brilliant.
Thank you so much.
And I knew this was going to happen years ago. I knew the innovative factors. That's really what we're talking about. Is that we have these, elements. We have this lifestyle, but we can innovate at any point in time. And I feel like people really are innovating, especially in the real estate world. Huge.
Yes.
Such great brands.
Real estate. Housing and real estate really is now kind of evolving as it should have been for many years, but it's happening now. And I'm happy to be a part of it.
So what's next for you, Tony?
Growth. We have, right, you've never heard an entrepreneur say that. So,
pivot, growth.
A scale. We do have a lot of demand for apartments, and we get calls of people who want to be in Venice and in other neighborhoods and around the country. And so we are working to find our partners, our landlord partners, to grow the business.
Great.
Wow.
Amazing. How can they find you?
StayTony.com. I could give up my personal cell as well, but you know.
That might be awkward.
We're busy enough.
Let's stay to the
There you
house
go.
instead
What
of
about
dating.
Instagram?
Yes, we're on Instagram. Stay dot. Wait, you know, I don't even know what it is. Stay dot Tony.
Stay Tony.
Stay Tony. Just put it in there. You'll find it.
And stay tuned. We'll be back with
As-
more on Good Morning La La Land.